Hi, I'm Vince. In this sponsored video, I want to give you my honest opinion of this SHARDOR Burr coffee grinder, the 2.0 electric coffee grinder. My wife and I absolutely love it. We had this little tiny one for years that had a little cup that sat on top, and it had a blade grinder, and it was really, really loud, and it made a mess, and trying to get the top off and then pick up the whole grinder and dump the coffee grounds in, or turn the grinder upside down into the little cup. It was a nightmare. So we've been wanting to get one of these for a while, and we absolutely love this one. We've been using it for a little bit here now. I'm going to tell you what some of its features are. Then I'm going to answer 5 of the most commonly asked questions, and then I'm going to demonstrate it grinding some coffee. So it's got a nice hopper here for the features that can hold the coffee beans. It's got a cup selector here that it'll grind just the amount for the cups you need. It has a selector over here that lets you do from fine to coarse. Obviously, it's got the removable bin for the coffee grounds to go into. So I like that. And then once you've done them, if you've done more than you need, you can just store them in here like that with the cap on. It comes with a scoop and a brush, so it's a scoop and cleaner in one. And you got the hopper lid that comes off. And to clean this, it's very simple. You just unscrew this, so you can take this off. You can clean this with soap and water, get it all cleaned up and out of there. And you can also take out the grinder. It pops out as well, and you snap it back in. So easy to take apart and clean up. So those are some of the features that it has. That locks it in place. Now let me answer some of the most commonly asked questions about this grinder. First is, can it grind coffee for both espresso and a French press? And yes, it can. It has 16 different coffee grinding settings. In fact, on the side here, I'll bring it up just so you can see it. It actually has it written here, the different things. It says French press, percolator, drip coffee, and espresso on there. So you can definitely do all those different ones. And it'll grind just what you need, just the right way for it. How much coffee can it grind at one time? Well, the cup selector, you can go from 2 to 14 cups. So this can grind enough coffee to do 14 cups. And again, you can see right on the front there, all the cups. You just select the cups. I think that's really cool. My wife and I often want 4 cups in the morning. I don't have to grind the entire thing of beans. I can put the beans in here, and I can just set it to the 4 cups. It's going to grind 4 cups worth and automatically stop. And the rest of the beans will be left in there for the next time that we're going to brew some coffee. Is this a burr grinder or a blade grinder? Well, as I said, it's a burr grinder, which is much better than a blade grinder. Blade grinders can overheat the beans. They're very noisy. They make a mess. Burr grinder does a much, much better job. Is it difficult to clean? That's question 4. Nope, very easy. Like I said, this just pops off, you rinse it out, and once in a while you may have to go down and clean that burr grinder, but you just use the little brush there and clean it right out. And finally, this is an interesting one. Can I leave whole beans stored in the top hopper? And the answer is yes. It's designed to do that. Holds up to 8.5 ounces of beans. So you can just leave them in there, fill it right to the top, leave them in there, set the cups you want, and grind away. So those are the most commonly asked questions about this. Hope I answered them for you well enough. Now what I'm going to do is pause the video for a minute. I'm going to get some coffee beans. I'm going to show you in these 2 little glass bowls what fine looks like compared to the super coarse. So finest to coarsest, so you can see the difference. And I'll just show you how it works and how it sounds. So the first thing I want to show you is I ground up on the coarsest grind level. That's what that looks like, the coarsest right there. So pretty thick, pretty coarse coffee grounds. And then I did it on the finest. And you can see the difference, how fine that grind is right there. It's got a few pieces of the coarse left in it because I didn't clean it out, but that's a very fine grind. So that's the finest to the coarsest, and you can go everywhere in between. So now let me demonstrate it to you. I'll just let you hear it running and show you how it works. So here it is set up. We got the beans in there. I'm setting it to 2 cups. And I had it on the finest setting for what we were just showing you, which is more for espresso. I'm just going to dial it, and it's this easy, to around right in the middle of the drip coffee setting. And we're just going to touch the on button. It's that quick. 2 cups of coffee ground, just what I wanted, just the right amount for my wife and I to have a cup of coffee. Took about 15 seconds. Wasn't very loud. Our other one screamed like a jet engine. And you just pull this out. The lid stays on because the grounds get shot through that little hole there. Take the lid off. And there we go. We got the coffee grounds we need. So this is a great, great coffee grinder. I absolutely love it. I love that I can adjust it for the cups and just leave the beans in there. I love that I can adjust how fine or coarse the beans are, that you can leave the beans in the hopper and grind them when you feel like it. For each morning you can have a fresh cup of coffee with freshly ground beans instead of like grinding all the beans at once and storing them. So that's a fantastic feature. So wonderful product. Comes with a little coffee instruction guide, a warranty card to activate your warranty. I highly recommend this. We replaced our old junky one and absolutely love this. It has every feature you could want. It does everything you need it to do. Select the cups, select the coarseness. That's what you need in a coffee grinder. So if you're watching this video, you're obviously interested in an electric coffee grinder. The Burr is the best over the blade. And you're looking at this one. This one caught your eye, and rightfully so, because it does everything you need it to do. So why don't you do this? Just give it a try. You've got nothing to lose. Give it a try for a couple of weeks, pop it in your cart, or if you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description below. It'll take you right to your Amazon account, to this page, and you can pop one in your cart that way. But I'm confident if you give this a try, you're going to be just as happy with it as I am.